Hello, my name is Jason Lazarus, CEO of Synergy. With me is Evelyn Pacino. She is one of Synergy's MSP compliance attorneys. Evelyn's got vast experience in public benefits and Medicare secondary payer compliance issues. Like me, she's a Medicare set-aside consultant certified, and she's also a certified Medicare secondary payer professional. Evelyn loves helping injured parties and their counsel deal with benefits and MSP compliance. Evelyn, what are the risks for law firms in failing to comply with the Medicare Secondary Payer Act?
Yeah, there are a ton of risks to worry about. So one of the really big ones is that CMS can aggressively pursue both the client and the law firm if conditional payments are not addressed. And so for the attorney, that means that not only can Medicare go after the firm for the conditional payments, but also they can pursue double damages. So there's a lot of financial exposure there, as well as some harm to the firm's reputation, potentially. So a lot of risks there. And then for the client, ultimately, CMS will refer that debt over to the Department of Treasury. And so, that can mean that their Social Security benefits might be impacted, their Medicare benefits, their tax refund potentially could be impacted. So really important to get on top of that. Another risk to think about is that the client might end up actually paying more money to Medicare than they should. So, there's a dispute and appeals process that you can go through, but there are particular deadlines. There's processes to follow, so you have to be really careful about that. And then once the settlement is reported to CMS, the appeal options become more limited and interest begins to accrue if it's not addressed. So, again, some more financial exposure for the client there. And then lastly, the client might actually have trouble getting some of their claims paid for after the settlement. And so that's because CMS has the right to stop paying for injury-related care post-settlement. And so if your client is still treating, then they need to decide whether or not they're going to put some money aside, or if they have other coverage, if there's some other way that they're going to get those claims paid. And if not, they might not be able to get the care that they need. And even if they're not treating, they might still have some issues with Medicare down the road. So, Medicare makes mistakes and your client might need to fight back a little bit. And that's also something that we can help prepare them for. So there's a lot of risks that you got to worry about in this area.
Thanks, Evelyn. Some great reasons why personal injury law firms should partner with Synergy when it comes to Medicare secondary payer compliance and protecting their practices.